Hi everybody, I'd like to give you some information about third-party inspection companies. So what are third-party inspection companies? These are companies that will receive your items from the supplier, so from Alibaba or AliExpress or anywhere else, from any wholesaler or manufacturer, and they will provide various services for you, including inspecting those items or adding the UPC code or the FNSKU code. They will even create bundles for you, put them in poly bags. So there are many things that you can get done, and then they will forward your items to FBA, to the FBA warehouse, and you can be certain that when your items arrive at the warehouse, everything is completely in order and you're not going to have any issues. So first of all, when might you want to use an inspection company like this? When you start ordering from Alibaba, if it's a small quantity, very likely you won't be able to get any kind of customization done at all, not even having your own UPC code affixed over the existing one. Because with small orders, very often the suppliers won't do this. It's not worth their while. When you start to order larger orders through Alibaba, you can get what's called the OEM service, which means that they will even create packaging for you with your package design on it. They will do everything, and you can even have your cartons or your boxes of units sent straight to FBA from the supplier. This is on Alibaba, but again, it's very difficult to get this with smaller orders. So when you're first starting out, this may not be an option. When it comes to AliExpress, this is never an option because it doesn't work like that. This is merely a wholesale website, so you're buying as is. What you see is what you get. The suppliers won't do any kind of customization for you. This also applies to websites like Zentrada and the other domestic wholesale websites that we've been looking at. So none of these websites will do any customization. You buy as is, and then you have to do whatever you're going to do to the units. You have to do that yourself. Therefore, you have two choices. You do it yourself, or you have it done by a third-party inspection company. Sometimes all that you need to do is check the items and put what's called the FBA shipping label on the outside of the carton, which you will find out about later. But sometimes you may want more than this. Sometimes you may want a logo on your items, and sometimes you may want to package two items together as a bundle or multiple items together as a multi-pack and put them in a poly bag. If it's possible for you to receive your own items from the supplier and do whatever it is you need to do to those items yourself and put the FBA shipping label on the outside of the carton, if it's possible to do that, I recommend you do it, simply to save yourself some money. However, it's not always going to be possible because you may not be residing in the country or the continent that you are planning to sell in. Or it may just be totally inconvenient for you to receive the items at all. So in which case, you will want to use a third-party inspection company. Now, in the United States, the most popular one among Amazon sellers is called FBAinspection.com. The inspection companies, including this one here, their services are not expensive, because they understand that if they are expensive, sellers wouldn't be able to use them because they wouldn't be able to make a profit. This company here, they do just about everything that you could ever need. They would do forward only, which means they will receive your cartons, they will put the FBA shipping label on the carton and forward it to FBA. They will do a quick inspection, they will do more in-depth inspection, they will do labeling, they will do bundling, they will do poly bags, just about anything that you can think of. They will even do photography. So if you need images for your item, your product that's going up on Amazon. Now we're going to be getting to images shortly. It's a very important part of your listing. They will even do the photography for you, so photograph your product so that you've got some great images for Amazon. So everything you could think of, this company will do. Now the more you have done, the more it's going to cost, but you can keep your costs down to a minimum by just getting the things that you absolutely need to be done. So here's the pricing page. Now they do have a minimum order of $35, and general processing and handling and forwarding to FBA is 45 cents per unit. That's a standard size unit. Once again, if you're following this course, you will have a standard size product. They will apply labels to your units. They will do the polybagging, as you see here, 50 cents per unit. They will create bundles for you. So everything is here, obviously at a price, but if this is what you need to do, and if it ends up costing you $1 per unit to have what you need to be done here at FBA inspection and forwarded on to Amazon FBA, that's $1 less that you will make in profit, but you don't think of it like that because you haven't done the work. Someone else has done the work for you. So you're paying for your time as well. You're also paying for peace of mind and knowing that when your items arrive at the Amazon warehouse, everything will be right. Now, FBA inspection isn't the only one, obviously, but this is definitely the most popular one at this time and has been for a while now. Now, in the UK, you have FBA Ship UK. So if you're planning to sell on the Amazon UK marketplace, and taking a look at the pricing here again, if you want them to inspect and forward your items to FBA, it's 29 pence per unit. If you want them to affix the FNSKU labels as well, 45 pence. If you want your items polybagged, put into polybags, 65 pence. And they will create bundles, multi-packs, shrink wrap for £1. And they have a £10 minimum order fee, which is excellent, and you can't get much better than that for pricing. Now, once again, there are several companies in the UK offering this service. Start off with a small order, which you'll be starting off with anyway. I don't use these companies, so I'm not giving you any personal recommendations here. But by all accounts, you can be fairly certain that they're going to do a good job because they're in competition with other companies doing the same thing. And if they don't do a good job, well, they won't get any repeat business, and basically they wouldn't last long in the market. And once again, if you can do this stuff yourself, if it's possible to do it yourself, do it yourself, because any money that you can save when you're starting out is always a plus. But if you can't do it yourself, then this is the answer. Okay, let's move on.